about Pete Crow Armstrong? Soared from number 8 to number 3. Then Freddie Freeman, Fernando Tatis, the Polar Bear at number 6, Kyle Schwarber at 7, C.J. Abrams debuted at number 8, Marcelo Zuna was at number 9, and Brendan Donovan, Swiss Army knife for the St. Louis Cardinals, a batting average over 320, was at number 10. All right, let's get it going for this week. Welcome to the great race, Will Smith.
Had a great week.
Oh my goodness, on base over 500, hitting 333 on the season. Don't look now, but Will Smith is on the Hall of Fame highway. For catchers?
I agree.
He really is. On to number 9. Fernando Tatis Jr.
He went through a little bit of a lull period, a little bit of a skip. To still be at number 10 puts him in striking distance for the end of the year. He's going to come out of this little slump he's been in and guns a-blazing, I should say.
Corbin Carroll, number 8.
Yeah, igniter, leadoff guy, rookie of the year a couple years ago. I know he was banged up last year. He's back. I mean, his career year so far, I know it's only in May, but 556 slug. He's already got 15 home runs.
Yeah.
Love the way he plays, super high energy.
Another guy struggling this week, his coming out of it.
This guy does not struggle this week. He hit over 400 this past week. Kyle Tucker, soaring back into our great race for NL MVP, on pace for a 40-40 season. And he's not the only Cub on pace to do that. How crazy is that? But there's a third Cub we need to talk about. Seiya Suzuki makes the list.
He makes the list because he's leading the big leagues in RBIs. And runs batted in is how you win games, folks. If there's no runs scored in our game, you keep playing all night. Somebody's got to score a run.
Well, someone's got to drive in runs for the Washington Nationals, and James Wood is doing that.
22 years old. He was one of the prospects that was traded a couple years ago from San Diego for Soto. I'll tell you what, guys, he's showing it. Last year he had 79 games. Here he is already. 13 homers, OPS over 900. Legit. They've won 7 of the last 10. He's a special talent.
I remember we were saying all special young talent about Freddie Freeman. Now the veteran still hitting over 360, Harold.
He's just consistent. You know, I mean, you want to look at routines and do they matter? Yeah, they matter. He's been doing the same thing since he was a rookie. Same thing in the cage, every day, same routine. We'll go to a Dodger game, watch him take ground balls. He doesn't take them at first base, takes them everywhere else. He knows what he's doing. Professional!
We're down to 3. Here are the 3 candidates to be the number 1 front runner for NL MVP.
Wow.
Is it Kyle Schwarber? Look what he did past week. Pete Crow Armstrong. He had 10 RBIs in a week. Shohei Ohtani only hit 160. Oh no, should we be concerned? There's only one person to call the great race. Sorry, Al. We had to call in our horse racing expert. Dan Plesac, take it away.
Hey guys, sorry I couldn't be there, but I'm on assignment and it's a great one. I'm on the scene of the crime for the great NL MVP race. We've got 3 contestants this week. Pete Crow Armstrong, Shohei Ohtani, and Kyle Schwarber. They're in the gate. It's a short 3-furlong sprint. They're off. That's Ohtani on the inside. In the middle, it's PCA. Kyle Schwarber down along the rail. It's going to be a 3-phase ding-dong at the wire. It's Shohei Ohtani. Photo time. Ohtani. Guys, he wins again. That's it from the scene of crime. Back to you guys.
Oh, wonderful job, Dan Plesac. Outstanding. Once again, Shohei Ohtani is the number 1 front runner for the great race of NL MVP.
Ohtani.
And then Pete Crow Armstrong and Freddie Freeman, they stay steady at 3 and 4. Kyle Schwarber soars up to number 2. Had another monster week for the best team in baseball, the Philadelphia Phillies. Al Leiter, are you comfortable with the top 2 candidates for NL MVP being DHs?
Yes and no. I think if we think about a most valuable player, I'd like to think of it as a guy that actually plays in the field. With that said, I think it'd have to be a discernible difference in statistic that just blows away everybody else. For me to say, yeah, you know what, a guy who DHs gets 4 at-bats, is on the dugout or upstairs in the clubhouse, watches at-bats, I'm okay with that. I look at this right now, and Pete Crow Armstrong, you know, what he does and what he's done for the Cubs in center field and can scoot. And his numbers, folks, are right there with the big dogs. But it's hard to overlook when you have mammoth offensive numbers, as we're seeing with Ohtani and Schwarber.
I think, for me, no one cares about defense. I do. You do. I guess we're not no one's. But bottom line is the sport is about offense. And that's why those two are at the top of the leaderboard.
But wait a minute, why would you say you care about it, I care about it, but
The voters don't.
Well, wait. What's the most valuable thing you can buy in baseball? Offense. You can buy superstars. The hardest thing to do in the world is hit a baseball. If Al Leiter's throwing 97 with cut and you can hit that, you have a special talent. If you can slug that, you're a superstar. And these two guys are hitting baseballs at the highest level.
But it's about winning.
About winning.
Ohtani,
but we've taken,
they're both winning.
Yeah, but we've taken away, by not acknowledging the defense, a huge part of the sport. A huge part.
Well, I think
Greg, you can't win a baseball game with 9 DHs if everybody else is undervalued defensively.
But it's a role on the team. And if you have someone who's exceptional at that role and they're your best hitter, whoever your best hitter is the most valuable person on your team. Unfortunately, more valuable than an ace of your rotation. That's why pitchers don't make as much money as the superstar position players.
No, I get what you're saying. I just somebody's got to feel the ball and make some outs, right? We need 27 outs. You got to have the greatest offensive guys that can.
The elite defender changes the sport. It just does. Now, look, you want to talk about how the sport has changed? We've eliminated the elite defender of any value. That's
not true. PCA right now leads the National League in WAR because of his glove and his.
Is he going to win over those two guys? No. He's not.
You know what?
So therefore, the defense.
I don't know about that. Harold, if it stays close, and we're not talking about. We're talking about writers that actually now really dig deep into these statistics.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
If he leads the league in WAR and he wins a Gold Glove in center field,
he's not winning.
50 bags. He's already on 14 stolen bases.
He's on pace for 40 home runs and 50 stolen bases.
Fantastic. Last year, Shohei Ohtani was 50-50. He's not stealing 50 bags this year. Now, I'm excluding the fact that as soon as he takes the mound, the MVP, he may as well just hand it over. That's going to happen.
The second he pitches, yeah.
The second he pitches, it's over. All right? But let's say for now, he's not pitching yet. And the value that he brings, he's leading the league in home runs. He's not going to steal the bases like he did last year. He's still winning over Pete Crow.
Well, it sounds like you think PCA should be number one on the great race because of all the things he does.
I think all the value he brings.
Yes. I do.
Right now.
Can I give you another DH? Can I give you another DH? I made the list.
Yeah.
Seiya Suzuki, closer to number one than Kyle Tucker. You cool with that?
I don't know about that, man. No, I'm not. But I'm going to tell you why Seiya Suzuki is doing so many things offensively that takes me back to Sammy Sosa. Ooh. All right? I'm telling you, I watched this guy hit in Japan, and the ball explodes off his bat. Guys, we are in an international game. I mean, it is incredible the players from all over the globe that are performing in the big leagues. This guy's got some kind of pop. But I love the fact that he's had another big week. He's swinging the bat. But I remember Sammy. Let's exclude the hop. I wish Seiya could put a little hop in his stuff. But when I looked at him side by side, I was like, who's he remind me of? He reminds me of Sammy a little bit. All right? Sammy with the toe tap and explode. But look where they're at. I mean, these two are very similar in setup. And when I broke it way down, oh my gosh, it just showed me how special Sammy was. Man. But Seiya Suzuki's doing some incredible things. Look, the Cubs should be the best team in the big leagues right now with that kind of offensive production.
Averaging 6 runs a game.
I mean,
it's pretty mind-boggling. They've got bullpen issues.
Yeah, they got problems.
But Steele going down for the year, he was right there with him.
Right.
The thing I like about Suzuki, 361 batting average with runners in scoring position.
That's big.
Yeah. Talking about scoring runs.
Yeah.
Now, guys, we're less than 3 minutes away from our developing story. We're going to give you a live look in of a man who's trying to make history. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, take a look at this.
I don't.
And Shohei comes in hitting .296, 17 homers. That ball is smoked. He is now given up 2 home runs as he goes upper deck.
Ohtani climbs in. Williams has one that he likes. And off we... Blasting the ball. Way gone. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 run.
Harold, you make a good point. We can't talk about it enough. Shohei Ohtani looks to become the 4th player since 1900 to hit a leadoff home run in 3 consecutive games. And we're going to be inside the park to show Tanner Bybee, who his last start against the Tigers was awesome. 7 scoreless, game 1 of a 4-game set against their division rival, the Detroit Tigers. Bybee looked like the ace of the staff. But forget about what he did that worked against the Tigers. He's facing a guy that's trying to lead off his 3rd consecutive game with a home run.
I'm just watching his routine in the on-deck circle, Greg. I've never seen anybody do this. He sprays the stickum, and he just sat there and sprayed it, took his bat through it, looked at his bat.
That's fascinating. I'm glad we got that in. But what do you think about this? Tanner Bybee. How is Tanner Bybee going to face Shohei Ohtani?
I'm not walking him intentionally, but there's no way am I allowing him to get a pitch that he could hit out. If he hits a home run here, it's got to be on. Bybee throws a nice sinker, 2-seamer, changeup. I'm staying away, and I'm going down away window. If he goes oppo here, man,
He's going deep. That's just what Ohtani does.
Come on.
He's going deep. Just get ready for it. I watched this guy do
We do
so
a friendly.
many.
Are we allowed to do friendly
Yeah,
wagers?
let's get in on it.
Friendly wager. What do you got?
He walks.
I got a home run.
I have a ground out to first on a changeup down and away.
Okay.
Ooh.
He won't throw him. If he throws him first pitch changeup, he'll ground him out. He's coming ready to hack. You know how he's ready to hit first pitch, folks? Because he has a bat on the on-deck circle when the guy warms up. I wish more people would pay attention to that. He watches the pitcher throw. He's timing everything from the on-deck circle. Right now, not everybody's doing that. A lot of them are, when guys come in the game, like right now, you're getting ready. Yes.
Tell you what they also do.
They're looking at the bunker.
No, let me tell you, they're getting closer and closer to behind home plate.
Yeah, and you would drill them.
Oh, there are games where you can see certain players. They'll show up on the center field camera.
They should not be allowed.
It drives me nuts.
You're not supposed to be allowed that
But
close.
pitchers aren't picking this up.
But guys used to throw at them back in the day.
Wait, did you ever tell the umpire, hey?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You know Al did. Hey, I've seen guys throw a ball at a guy on the on-deck circle.
You know what?
Am I lying? What? Would you tell him?
Yeah.
Wait.
It's closer and closer trying to get that at bat.
At what point do you do that?
It slips out of your hand.
Yep. See?
Throw one and
throw one by him. Hey, back up, dude.
So you're going to throw one 9 feet wide of home plate?
Yeah.
For a ball?
No.
This is
why you're warming up.
Warming up.
Oh, before the inning starts.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in game where there's an at bat going on. We're doing a live look in.
And the next hitter.
And the next hitter is in the shot.
Yeah. So it is real.
No, I'm talking about like right now. Look where Shohei